Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001! Because between you and me, they're way past cool!
Hello everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with another custom video. I wasn't lying when I said I was working on a whole bunch of them at once, and rejoice, for this is one of the first, no, it actually is the first figure that has a 3D printed part using my brand new printer which just came in yesterday. Yes, that's right. I basically had this figure almost completed and just needed to make one more part in the 3D printer, and then, well, lo and behold, the printer arrived just in time. Okay, so it is, of course, Infinite from Sonic Forces, and yes, I'm already making another Infinite. But you know what? I think I've made just about every possible iteration of Infinite that I can. Like, in the Jazzware scale, I made him both masked and unmasked. And then in the Jakks Pacific scale, last year, I made the unmasked version of him. And now here I go making the regular masked version of him, accurate to the game. So, yeah, pretty much every variant of Infinite you can have, now I've made them. I guess the only remaining variant left would be like a Jakks Pacific scaled Infinite where the mask is a removable accessory, but because of scaling like that, the mask would look. I don't have the materials to make that look right without the mask looking overly big or whatever. Alright, so the base figure is Shadow the Hedgehog, just like the unmasked Infinite, but this time I completely discarded the heads, hands, and feet. So all that was left was the torso. I sculpted the fur collar thing that Infinite has around his shoulders, and because the figure is larger, I had more room to do this sculpting. And the Phantom Ruby is, of course, sculpted on top of everything. I'm able to put in a couple more stripe detailings because it's, bigger this time. And here's a first. I was actually able to 3D print Infinite's hair. Yes. My new 3D printer has a much higher fidelity, and I figured I'd get really bold and try to print Infinite's head as a single piece this time, so that I wouldn't have to hand sculpt all that hair. But the challenge was significantly harder than I thought it would be, because there was way too much support medium stuck inside of all that hair, and it was impossible to remove it without breaking the hair point itself. And every time I tried to rotate the model, gaps would appear in the mesh for some reason. Neither I nor Corey were able to fix that. So ultimately, I ended up cutting the head in half. I basically, I severed the head right where the hair connected to it in the back, like just behind the ears. And then I printed the front half and the back half as two separate pieces, which I then attached together in post, after painting and everything. And let me tell you, even printed this way, there was a lot of sculpting material in that hair that the support material was hard to remove, but I was able to do it because it was only around the edges and not stuck in the middle, so I was able to get at them without damaging the hair points inside. So that is Infinite's head, and it is based directly off of the 3D model from the video game itself, so it is super accurate, and with a proper paint job, I kind of get goosebumps looking at it. And just as before, the feet are 3D printed, but this time I also 3D printed the hands. And for the very first time, I 3D printed the tail as well. The tail is... Infinite has a very big tail. It totally uses a ton of sculpting material, and it's kind of heavy. Like, even if I use an aluminum core, an aluminum foil core as the center, like, it's still kind of heavy, and it's really hard to make. So I just asked Core if he could send me the model of the tail this time, and I would just print it out and then attach that. And it was doable. I had to be creative in drilling a hole in the back and making sure it sawed over Shadow's tail, and it had to be held in with a bit of crazy glue to make sure it wouldn't come back out. But yeah, that's Infinite's tail, which is good because it helps to tripod the figure, because with all of his hair, he's actually, even though the head is lighter than the original Shadow head it came with, Infinite's hair goes so far behind him that it actually makes the figure more top-heavy than it was as Shadow. And it doesn't help that there wasn't quite as much room in the feet, so, like, the legs didn't quite go into it at the right angle. Oh, Jamey, when you get this figure, do not try to use the ankle swivels. Yeah, like, they're just, it's just not going to work the way I had to get those feet in there. But the wrist swivels do work. You will be able to rotate the wrists, just not the ankles. Just throwing that out there for when the commissioner gets the figure. Okay, so that is Infinite the Jackal in all of his full glory. So yeah, that's not like last month I made a Gajinkified Infinite. Now I'm making the proper super accurate to the game model Infinite, and really I don't think that if Jakks Pacific makes an official one that they could do any better than this, because like it's literally using Infinite's in-game models. Like, the only possible way to improve upon it is like he has a torso that's already made, you know, in Infinite shape. Like, okay, so maybe they can improve the fluffy stuff around his shoulders, but that's really it. Like, I'm pretty certain that I nailed this one. Like, even if Jakks Pacific puts everything in there, they're only going to be marginally better than me. Of course, it'll probably be cheaper to buy from them because it'll only be $10, but hey. Yeah, anyway, we have no guarantee of how long it's going to take them to actually make an Infinite. Of course, the next wave is going to have an Egg Robo and Espio the Chameleon. That's pretty cool, starting on the Chaotix. Now that Team Dark is finally done, we're getting the Chaotix in now. Although, I would like to see Cream, so that, you know, because we haven't really had a Cream figure, but, you know, I don't want to get greedy. We're getting the Chaotix and an Egg Robo. Would it be too much to ask if we get the hard-boiled heavies for the Classic Collection? Like, maybe making them all in 4-inch scale will be a big ask, but maybe if they make a 2.5-inch scaled Egg Robo and then release like a 4-pack of it retooled into the hard-boiled heavies, and then they made like the Heavy King as a special, like that could work. That right? Anyway, I digress. We're done talking about Infinite. Thank you all for watching this video. This is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.